In the beginning of the story, we see Lynn. She was very good in studies. She went with her father, Vet, to take admission in the school. Vet gives Lynn's file to the headmistress and tells her about her abilities and achievements. The headmistress is happy. She says that Lynn is a very talented and capable student. I will be happy that she has come to study in our school. But now, the question arises whether she wants to join our school or not. Lynn says that I want to study in this school, but according to me, my old school will be better for me. Because if I start studying here, then my father will have to pay 1.5 lakh rupees every year. The headmistress asks why Vet will have to pay 1.5 lakhs when the fee for 2 semesters is 1,20,000 rupees. Lynn says that right now, my father is a teacher in the school where I am studying. I go to school with him every day, but after coming here, I will have to pay for the school expenses. Along with this, adding the money for food, uniform, and other things, it will be rupees, 1.5 lakhs. She added the money for all the things while sitting there, which surprised the headmistress. The headmistress says that I told you that Lynn has got a gold medal in mathematics. The headmistress does not want to lose a proud student like Lynn. She says that you do not need to pay the school fees. Apart from this, the school will also pay for your food. You do not need to worry about anything. You just focus on studies. Happy with this, Lynn agrees to join the school. While making the ID card, she meets her classmate Grace. She was a very cheerful and good girl, due to which both of them became friends. Their tests were about to start, but Grace was not able to understand the maths questions. Lynn understood the questions after seeing them just once and started explaining to Grace. Grace asked her to become her tutor, but Lynn refuses. Grace says that if you become my tutor, I will give you milkshake every day and will be your first student. On her repeated insistence, Lynn became her tutor and started teaching her. The next day, their test started, but Grace was very nervous. Lynn asked her to stay calm and give the test. The test was exactly like Grace's sample paper, which surprised Lynn. The teacher tells the students that I had told all of you to join my tuition. I will teach you everything. Those who listen to me will not have any problem in the test today, but the rest of the students will not be able to complete this test. Lynn understood that the teacher had given this lesson to the students in the guise of sample paper. I gave her the real test paper because I was taking tuition from her. Lynn tells Grace that the test paper is exactly like the teacher's sample paper. I taught you all the years. You can learn it easily. But Grace forgot all the years and she doesn't understand anything. Lynn quickly completes her test and writes the answers to all the questions on her eraser. She puts the eraser in her shoe and slides the shoe towards Grace. Grace also starts sliding her shoe towards her, but by mistake, the shoe goes ahead. The teacher was about to see, but Lynn took the shoe and went straight to the teacher so that no one came to know about them. Grace completed her test by writing the answers on the eraser and got very good marks. She takes Lynn to her friend Pete. Pete tells Lynn that with your help, I got good marks in the test. So thank you. My father has promised me that if I get good marks this year, so he will buy me a car. If you help me get good marks, I will give you 3,000 rupees for each subject. I have 5 friends who are ready to give you money. With the help of that money, you will be able to pay the school maintenance fee. Lynn says that I have got a scholarship. You do not need to pay any fee. Pete says that you are living in a misconception. Scholarship only covers the expenses of your studies. Like other students, you will also have to pay the maintenance fee. Lynn goes to her home and sees the bill of maintenance fee, which makes her feel very bad because she was thinking that she saved the school money with the help of her ability, but the headmistress cheated her by not telling them about the maintenance fee. But she also gets her parents' divorce papers. Seeing which, she started crying and tried to calm herself down. To do this, she starts playing the piano. Wait says, why did you suddenly start playing the piano today when you had stopped playing it a long time ago? I am going to sell it and buy a car. Don't get too attached to it. Lynn asks, why were you so adamant to teach me in this school? Wait says, many students of this school get scholarships in other countries, and I want you to get a good chance to move forward. Lynn says, tomorrow is Mummy's birthday, but you know that I am not like her. I liked my old school. Wait does not pay attention to her words and leaves from there. But she starts playing the piano in anger. She realizes that she can tell her friends the answers to ABC questions by making gestures with her fingers. She goes to her friends and tells them that we will make different gestures of A, B, C, D with our fingers while playing the piano code. She plays the piano, understanding the finger gestures while playing the code. She explains to the students so that everyone can understand which gesture is Lynn making. At what time Grace and her friends learned all the gestures. In the next test, Lynn gestured with her fingers and told them the answers to the questions, with the help of which they got good marks. Pete's father got a card and Grace was felicitated. Lynn also got money for telling the answers to the questions, with which she paid the school maintenance fee and bought a new shirt for her father. Gradually, Lynn started taking money from students by teaching them piano on the pretext of learning piano. She got a chance to participate in academic competitions. She takes part in competitions with Scholarship Student Bank. Because of Bank, their school won the competition. Headmistress asks Bank, how did you find the value of pi in such a short time? Bank says that I did not pay attention to finding the value. I had memorized the value, and as soon as the question came, I remembered the value when asked. I told him my value. This surprised both Lynn and the headmistress because despite the value of the pi being very high, the bank remembered it. The headmistress said that next year the Singapore embassy is giving scholarships to Thai students. You both are brilliant students of our school. You are a student, but it is unfortunate that only one student will be given a scholarship from one school. Today you both were friends friends, but for the scholarship, you will have to compete against each other. I hope you will not have any problem with this and you will work hard and give the scholarship exam. Bank goes to his house. His mother used to do the laundry, but due to the washing machine not working, she started washing clothes with her own hands. Seeing his old mother working, Bank feels very bad and he asks her to rest and starts washing clothes himself. The next day, he goes to school to give the exam. His classmate Tong says that I could not prepare for the exam. I also tried to learn the piano code, but I could not understand anything. Can you tell me the answers to the questions in the exam? Bank did not know that all the students cheat in the exam with the help of piano code. He asked Tong to learn the piano code. He asks about the code. Tong did not tell him anything about the piano code. He says that I will not copy you for free. I will give you money and you make me copy. Bank was very honest. He does not send his prize for money. After some time, the exam started. Tong was copying Lynn. Bank finds out about Tong. He quickly finishes the paper and goes to Lynn and drops his stuff. He had written on his paper that Tong is copying you. Lynn pretends to hide her copy in front of Bank. Bank complained about Tong to the teacher and left. The teacher did not pay much attention to what Bank said. Lynn had completed her paper. She started telling the answers of questions A, B, C, D to her friends by making gestures with her fingers. Tong was not able to understand piano. Lynn gave her paper and took her paper and started asking questions. The exam time was over and the teacher snatched the papers from them. Tong erased Lynn's name and wrote her own name. Lynn also wrote her name on her paper. Everyone was happy with the completion of the exam, but the headmistress called Lynn and Tong to her office because Bank had complained about them. And the mistress checked their papers and asked Lynn that how did you solve those questions in your paper which were not in your section? Actually, every student's paper is divided into different parts so that they cannot copy. Lynn had a headmistress with her. There was no answer to the mistress's statement, from which the headmistress understood that Lynn cheated. He called her father and complained to him. The banker tells the headmistress that before the exam started, Dong tried to cheat me by luring me with money, but I refused him. I think he must have cheated Lynn by paying money. And the mistress tells Lynn that I can expel you from the school, but this is your first mistake. I am only stopping your scholarship. You must understand that school is not for earning money, but for studies. Lynn angrily says that if school is for studies, then why do you take maintenance fees from the students? The headmistress angrily says that I thought you were a good student, but today your reality has come out. Due to your behavior, you will not be able to take the Singapore scholarship exam. Like you, Banks is also a good student, but he has never cheated. If you do not agree with my decisions, you can leave the school. Lynn left disappointed and went away with weight. Vet says that you think that with your help, your friends will become better, but it will not happen. It is all my fault that I could not make you a good person. He unbuttoned the shirt given by Lynn. Lynn felt very bad and started crying. Grace took him to a hotel for dinner. She says that Pet's parents told me that after living with me, Pet has improved a lot. They want to send me to Boston University with Ped. They are even ready to pay all my expenses. But to go to the university, we will have to give STIC exam, and we need your help in that. Lynn says that STIC exam starts on the same day and time all over the world. I cannot help in this. I have already got into trouble before, and now I am not going to get into it again. Grace says that Ped is ready to give you 6 lakh rupees. A foreigner is ready to take the exam, but still she refuses and starts to leave. A foreigner was talking to his daughter on the phone. He tells her that Thailand's time is 4 hours behind Australia. If it is 6 p.m. in Thailand, then it will be 10 p.m. in Australia. Lynn gets an idea. She goes to Pete and Grace and tells them that if I go to Sydney, Australia and give the stick exam before you both, then I can tell you the answers to all the questions before the stick exam starts in Thailand. This way, we will not only pass the exam, but we will be able to earn more money by involving other students in it. With the help of that money, I will also be able to come to Boston University with you. Grace becomes very happy. Pete asks that there are 100 questions in the stick exam. After all, how will you tell us the answers to all the questions? Lynn says that I will tell you half of the answers. I can tell you the answers to the questions by remembering them, but to remember the rest of the questions, we will have to take Bank's help, but I don't think he will help us. On the other hand, Bank was roaming around the city to give washed clothes to people. Suddenly, 2 goons came and started beating him, due to which he fainted. Next morning, Bank regains consciousness in a garbage dump. Today was the Singapore scholarship exam, but due to being badly injured, he was unable to attend the exam. Meanwhile, Lynn, along with her friends, was looking for students to help them pass the stick exam so that they can get more money. Tong says that no matter what happens, we cannot tell anyone about our plan. Especially Bank should not know about it. Tong says that you don't need to worry about him. He made the mistake of fighting with some goons, due to which those goons got angry and killed him. He was beaten very badly, due to which he could not even appear for the scholarship exam. Lynn felt very bad about this. She says that we have to forget all these things and concentrate on our work. I will hide my phone in the bathroom, and when we will be given a break after completing one part of the paper, then I will message and tell the answers of the years. We will give 4 pencils to all the students, on which the answers of the questions will be written with the help of barcode. Pete explains all the things said by Lynn to the students. Everyone started cheering for her happily. Lynn goes to Bank's house and tells him about the SIC exam. Don't you think that we can do a lot with the help of our abilities? Despite your goodness, you could not give the scholarship exam. Bank still refuses to support her, but gives her his address and leaves. The next day, Bank goes to that address and asks Lynn, how much money will we get for doing this work? Lynn says that you will be given 10 lakhs and we will get 20 lakhs. Bank is shocked and immediately agrees to help because he was very poor and wanted to give his mother a comfortable life. Lynn Lynn says that we both will go to Sydney and give the SIC exam. We will have to remember all the answers and go to the bathroom during the break and tell them through a message. After all, the answers to the questions will be a little long. That's why you have to pretend to be sick, so that you can get more time. He started practicing with Banks to memorize the answers to the questions. The next day, they had to go to Sydney. Lynn made his friends sit and started asking them different questions, so that if he gets caught cheating, the rest of his friends are not exposed. Lynn asks Pet that, what will you do if Banks gets caught? Pet says that Banks and I have been studying in this school for the last 5 years, but he has never talked to me, and neither does he have any friends here. Some goons beat him up and threw him in the garbage dump. Banks gets very angry at this and starts beating Pet. Lane goes to stop him, but Banks accidentally injures her. Pet asks Banks that we were just preparing for the interrogation. I did not say anything wrong to you, then why did you attack me? Angrily, he says that I had not told anyone till now that I regained consciousness in the garbage heap. How do you know that the goons killed me and threw me in the garbage? This means that you sold the goons and got me beaten up so that I could not give the scholarship exam and help you in the stick exam. Pet has nothing left to say. He apologizes to Bank and tries to calm him down. Bank says that I am not rich like you. My mom runs the house by washing clothes. That scholarship was my dream, but you ruined everything. He left from there. Lynn and Grace also did not know that Pete had got Banks beaten up by sending goons. Lynn went to stop Banks. Grace tries to stop Lynn. Lynn says that I do not want to earn money by hurting anyone. Return the money to all the students. We will not give stick exam. Grace started crying loudly. She says that I wish I was as smart as you. Then I would not have done such stupid things. Just forgive me this time. Len takes his luggage and starts leaving from there. Then Banks went there. He says that I do not have a scholarship and I got beaten up without any reason. I will not let all this go to waste. We will go to Sydney and give STIC exams so that I can get money. Lynn asks that if I say that I do not want to do all this now, then what will you do? Bag says that I got into this trouble only because of you, and I am not asking you but telling you that you have to take the stick exam. Both of them reach Sydney by plane. Banks apologizes to Lynn for injuring him. Both click a photo together and go to the hotel. They come to know from the news that the stick exam was cancelled in China, and Korea due to leakage of the paper and surveillance has increased in the STIC exam in other countries. Lynn and Banks get very scared because due to increased surveillance, they will have trouble cheating. Before the exam starts, Lynn and Banks go to the bathroom and hide their mobiles in the toilet tank. The exam starts. Both of them finish the first part quickly and start memorizing the answers. After the time of the first part is over, they are given a break. Lynn and Banks quickly go to the bathroom and start sending answers to the questions to Pete from their phones. Banks does not send the complete answers, and he started asking for 1 lakh rupees. Lynn tries to convince him. The bank message says that my life has been ruined because of you people. That is why you will have to give me 1 lakh rupees more. But she puts 4 lakh rupees in his account and says that I have only this much money right now. You will get the rest of the money after the exam is over. The bank sends the rest of the answers through a message. Pete and Grace convert the answers into barcodes with the help of a computer and start printing them on a pencil. After a break, the exam started again. This time, both had to complete the second and third part together. After completing the parts, both go to the bathroom, but the girls were already present in the bathroom where Lynn had hidden the phone. They stand in a line. The bank goes to the bathroom and starts sending the job, but then the stick exam supervisor comes there. He asks the bank to leave because someone has stolen the answer. She had complained that he stays inside for a long time. The supervisor calls him repeatedly. Bank gets nervous. He sends incomplete jobs and deletes the messages, but due to nervousness, he breaks the lid of the hanger. He has no place to hide his phone, so he tries to flash it, but the phone does not flash. Meanwhile, the supervisor breaks the door and comes inside. Lynn takes out the phone and starts sending jobs, but the other supervisor calls her out. Lynn hides the phone in her shoe and goes out. The supervisor asks her to go to class. The supervisor was questioning Bank by intimidating him. The guards were checking everyone outside the class. Lynn hides the phone in the water cooler on the pretext of drinking water and goes to class. Bank does not come to the class even after the exam has started. Lynn gets very nervous. Her hands start trembling, but she controls herself and gives the exam. Now she had to remember the questions of the third and second parts along with the fourth part. She imagines that she is sitting near her piano and making finger gestures. With the help of the piano code, she remembers all the answers of A, B, C, D, and she remembers the rest of the big questions as well. She was afraid that if she is caught like the bank, then their whole game will be spoiled. She starts vomiting by putting a pencil in her mouth. The teacher tries to control her, but Lynn pretends to be sick and starts to leave the class. The teacher tells her that if she leaves the class right now, she will not be given a single mark in the exam. Lynn just had to escape, so she leaves the class and goes. She takes her phone and starts to leave from there, but the supervisor had become suspicious of her. He starts looking for her in the school. Lynn escapes from him and goes to the metro station. With the help of the phone, she buys the jobs of the 3 brothers to feed her. On the other hand, Vait, who is looking for Lynn, reaches Pete and Grace. He says that Lynn had told him that she is going to Sydney to participate in a competition, but she forgot her ID at home. Can you tell me why she went to Sydney? Suddenly, Pete's messages start coming on his phone. Vait was about to see the phone. To divert his attention, Grace lies that Lynn and Vait like each other. He goes to Sydney to visit Vait on the pretext of competition. Vait is shocked. He leaves from there without saying anything. Grace quickly converts the answers into barcodes and starts printing them on pencils. Pete goes to all the students and calms them down because the exam was about to start, but they have not found the pencil with barcode yet. On the other hand, before Lynn can board the train, the doors close. The supervisor had also arrived at the station. She eats biscuits and drinks cold drink. As soon as supervisor comes to her, she removes cold drink and biscuits from her mouth, which makes supervisor think that she is sick. He asks her to come with him. Lynn had sent all the replies. She deletes the messages and puts the phone in a woman's bag. Supervisor takes her to STIC Center. Bank is questioning her there. Officer tells Lynn that a student from Thailand was caught using mobile. He may be barred from giving STIC exam forever. Now she goes to Bank and starts questioning him. But when she sees her photo with Bank, she realizes that because of her, Bank is in this trouble. She goes to tell the truth to the officer, but Bank refuses her by gesturing. Lynn deletes her photo with Bank. The officer does not find anything in Lynn's phone, and Lynn also does not tell him anything. That is why the officer sends her away. Pete and Grace give all the students pencils with barcodes and send them to the stick exam. The next day, Lynn comes to Thailand. Lynn tells Grace that Bank has been caught and I will not get a single mark in the exam. I have decided that now I will not go to the university with you. Grace starts insisting again and again. Lynn says that you do not know, but after going to the university, you cannot copy from me in the exam. Pete and Grace get disappointed by this. Wait comes there to pick up Lynn. He asks, where is your boyfriend, Bank? Lynn does not understand what he says, but she realizes her mistake and hugs Wait while crying loudly. With the help of Lynn, Grace, and all the other students pass the stick exam, in celebration of which everyone started partying. He sends a message to Lynn and says that Bank has taken his share of the money. You also take yours. They take part in the interview, but Lynn left the group without giving them a job. Grace felt very bad about this and started crying. Lynn leaves everything and goes to give an interview to become a teacher. The interviewer asks, why do you want to become a teacher and have you ever taught anyone? Lynn tells that my father is a teacher and I also want to become a teacher like him. Apart from this, I have taught my friends. The interviewer asks that you are very good in studies and can easily study in other countries by taking a scholarship. Then why do you want to become a teacher where you will get less money? Lynn says that I did very bad things due to greed for money, but now I have realized my mistake. I will learn from my mistakes and show the right path to other children. On the other hand, Bank was expelled from school due to cheating in the BSTIC exam. He calls Lynn to his house to meet him. Lynn finds a lot of washing machines there, from which she understands that Bank must have bought all the machines with the money of stick exam. Bank says that because of stick exam, I was expelled from school and my life was ruined. But this time we will do everything carefully. You must have heard about the GAT-PAY-T exam, in which more students from STIC will participate. If we work together, we can easily make all the students pass the exam. This will also give us a lot of money. Lynn says that if you need money, you can also take my share of money from the tree. But I am not going to do all this again. The bank says that my life got ruined because of you, and now you yourself are backing out. If you do not support me, then I will tell everyone that you were behind the dishonesty of stick exam, after which your life will also be ruined. It will be better that you become rich by supporting me. Lynn does not pay attention to her words and goes from there. She tells Wade about her mistake and asks him to do penance. Wade took her to the stick embassy where Lynn told the officer everything about the dishonesty and accepted her mistake. With this, the movie ends here, and if you like this video, then please do not forget to like and subscribe the video.